الشرف الاستاذ احمد الجندي بزنس ديفلوبمنت مانجر ات بان مارين كومباني. اهلا بحضرتك.
اهلا بيكي فندم. اهلا بيكي.
طبعا حابه في الاول اعرف نبذه عن الشركه.
احنا بان مارين جروب. بان مارين جروب عباره عن 3 شركات. اول واحده بان مارين شيبينج سيرفيسز، ثاني واحده بان مارين لوجيستكس، ثالث واحده بان مارين اويل اند جاز فري زون سيرفيسز. شركه بتشتغل في قطاع البترول، اغلب شغلها في قطاع البترول. بنخدم اكبر العملاء بتوع شركات البترول الاجنبيه في مصر والوطنيه طبعا تحت ايجيبس وايجاز وجنوب. بنشتغل احنا شيب مانجمنت، وكلاء لاكبر شيب اونرز في العالم زي مثلا فرون، ديب سي سبلاي، امبلمان. بالنسبه لشغل اللوجيستكس عندنا شغل المارين لوجيستكس كله، شيبنج ايجنسي، بنعمل بورت كول سويس كانال. الاويل اند جاز عندنا فري زون فاسيلتي بتاعتنا، بنعمل اب ستريم سيرفيسز، بنعمل شراكات مع شركات اجنبيه، نيجي نجيب انفستمنت لمصر ونشجع الصناعه اللي عندنا هنا ونشتغل في المجال بتاعنا في مصر.
ايه الخدمات بقى بالظبط اللي بتقدموها؟
الخدمات بالظبط، المراكب دي بتبقى سبلاي بوتس او تاجز، دي بتخدم الحفارات اللي موجوده في شغل الاوف شور كله. ده بالنسبه للفيسلز اللي موجوده زي دي كده، زي اللي هي فوس اتلس. المجال التاني بتاع اللوجيستكس بنقدم كل الخدمات اللوجيستكس من A to Z، من اول التخزين، الشحن، التخليص الجمركي، عبور القناه، البروتوكول بتاع الجايدنج، الارشاد، كل ده. الاويل اند جاز سيرفيس بنعمل شغل اب ستريم، بنعمل اللي هو حاجه مثلا اول حاجه بنعملها دلوقتي شغالين عليها، وان شاء الله على اخر السنه في اخبار كويسه لينا كلنا ان شاء الله. بنعمل حاجه اسمها تيوبلر راننج سيرفيسز، اللي هو انزال الكيسنج في اثناء الحفر. وبنحاول على قد ما نقدر نطور بالعلاقات بقى بتاعتنا وبالشركات اللي بره، بنحاول نجيب انفستمنت لمصر ونظبط قطاع البترول ان شاء الله.
حضرتك قلت في اخبار كويسه، ممكن تقول لنا يعني تحمسنا شويه؟
هي دي اخبار. احنا عندنا دلوقتي طبعا الحمد لله رب العالمين كمصر عندنا الكشف بتاع زهر، كشف الغاز، اللي هو يعتبر اكبر كشف في البحر الابيض المتوسط، اللي احنا بنسميه ده اليفنت او الفيل بتاع الغاز، في خبراء البترول كلهم بيسموه كده. ده طبعا حاجه بوتنشال لينا كلنا وكل المصريين ان شاء الله، بس مش دلوقتي يعني، نصبر شويه بس كده، وان شاء الله على خلال سنه او السنه اللي جايه الدنيا هتبقى كويسه جدا، ويا رب ان شاء الله باذن الله.
حضرتك شايف ده هيأثر علينا ازاي؟
طبعا هيرفلكت. احنا دلوقتي مثلا لو في اي معاناه انت بتعاني منها، او كشخص عادي او كمواطن بتعاني من ظروف معينه، غلا، في حاجات، في اجراءات اقتصاديه تقشفيه بتتاخد شويه، ده منطقي جدا عشان قدام شويه يبقى الدنيا احسن ان شاء الله. ان شاء الله
يا رب ان شاء الله. حضرتك قول لي، انتوا ليكوا فروع كتير في محافظات صح؟
احنا الهيد اوفيس بتاعنا اسكندريه، عندنا مكتب في القاهره، مكتب في مينا اسكندريه، مكتب في ابو قير، عندنا فاسيلتي كبيره في الفري زون في العمريه، عندنا في دمياط شقير. بنخدم طبعا حسب الاوبريشن بتاعتنا موجوده فين، السويس، العين السخنه، منتشرين الحمد لله، بنغطي مصر كلها الحمد لله.
قلت لي عندكم بواخر كتير في محافظات كتير، ايه المشاريع بتاعتكم؟
بالنسبه للبواخر احنا شيب مانجمنت، ما عندناش اور اون فيزلز، بس احنا زي ما قلت لحضرتك احنا ايجنت اكسكلوزيفلي فور فرون وديب سي سبلاي. بنشتغل في ابو قير، في بلعيم، في بورسعيد، اغلب شغلنا مع BP، بتروبل، سايبم.
حضرتك رأيك في المعرض وشايف دوره ايه بالنسبة للتأثير طبعا على البترول ووجود مستثمرين كتير من العالم يعني في مصر؟
المعرض كان فرصه كويسه جدا للنتوركينج والعلاقات، التعارف بين الناس. انا شايف ناس كتير جدا جايه من بره هي اللي بتدور على شركاء مصريين، وده كان فاجئني. انا كنت فاكر ان احنا اللي هنبتدي ندور على الناس من بره ونشوف ونحاول نشرح ونقنع، لا، الناس جايه مقتنعه بحاجات كتير جدا وعارفين المناخ عامل ازاي وقارين، ومن الواضح والطبيعي ان ما حدش هيجي من بلد ثانيه لغايه مصر ويعمل معرض ويكلف نفسه غير لما يبقى فاهم فعلا في بوتنشالز. يعني في شركات كتير جات لي لغايه هنا، انا ما لحقتش اعدي عليها، ما لحقتش اعدي كل الهولز، ال3 هولز بتوع المعرض، بيدوروا على شراكه وبيدوروا على بيزنس في مصر. فان شاء الله ده هيرفلكت علينا كلنا وعلى الاقتصاد بتاعنا ان شاء الله باذن الله.
انا اتشرفت بحضرتك وبالتوفيق ان شاء الله.
ميرسي جدا يا فندم، شكرا ليكي، ميرسي جدا، شكرا.
Now we are a pleasure to have Mr. Steve, Director of the African Market at Mitsu Company. Hello, Mr. Steve.
Good day. How are you?
I'm Fine, thank you. First of all, I want to know a brief introduction about Mitsu Company.
So Metso is a multinational company dealing in the mining industry, oil and gas, and pulp and paper and other process industries. It's based in Helsinki in Finland, and it's a big provider to a lot of different industries in oil and gas, and the Africa market is a particularly interesting market for us. We are competing with a number of companies in various areas of the business, but we find that mining, oil and gas, and pulp and paper are some of the key business areas for us.
I want to know the main products and services you are providing.
So, specifically to the oil and gas industry, we are providing products which are associated with flow control, which means the final control elements for the oil and gas industry. Behind us we have a good example of these products. They are typically valve products, and they relate to safety and integrity of the systems in a process plant, mainly in the downstream and some of the midstream applications in the oil and gas industry. Okay.
So how's the African market is going right now?
If we look at the Africa market, I think it's quite, let's say, diverse, because there's a lot of activity in the oil producing areas. But right now, I think everybody's quite waiting for the oil price to come back into a reasonable level before things really accelerate. So there's been a lot of projects on hold, but we're seeing good developments in the Africa market, particularly in the oil and gas industry. So the future is looking a lot better.
As we are here in Egypt, do you think Egypt is a great opportunity for your company to expand in it?
Definitely. I think Egypt for us is a key growth area. We do see that Egypt will have a very good growth path going forward. There have been a lot of recent developments from Egypt's government and the ministries, and I think there's a lot of support for the development of the Egyptian industrial complex, particularly in oil and gas, going forward. So we're very positive about the opportunities in Egypt.
Moving to the exhibition itself, do you think the number of attendees is good and the number of companies?
I was very impressed with the exhibition, to be quite honest. I think the quality of the exhibitors is very high. I think the amount of effort that has gone into the exhibition has been really good and commendable. We've been very impressed with a number of people that we've managed to see and connect with, and really people that we haven't, people that we wouldn't ordinarily have met in normal business. So there's been, I think, a very positive feedback from our side. It's been a very good exhibition so far.
And it's a good opportunity to have networking and connections with other companies.
Definitely, even competitive companies, but it's good to network anyway, yeah.
Thank you so much, Mr. Steve. It was a pleasure meeting you today. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Can I shake your hand?
Our pleasure to have Mr. David, Corporate Client Relation Director at Subsea 7 Company. Hello, Mr. David.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. First of all, I want to know a brief introduction about C7 Company.
Yes, well, Subsea 7 is a global underwater subsea company. We specialize in everything underwater, from the seabed to the surface, and that includes subsea construction, inspection, repair, maintenance, and we work all around the globe. but we like to think we're local as well as global.
So I want to know the services or products you are offering in the company.
Fine, the services we offer are mainly deep sea vessels, including ROVs, and then in the shallower water we offer diving services, but a great deal of engineering and new technology, because we believe that technology is where the industry is going, and we want to introduce new technology to lower the cost of developments.
I can see here that there is a lot of projects for your company. Can you tell me a brief intro about them?
That's a difficult question to answer, but no, nearly most of them are deep water projects where we deliver from the trees, the subsea trees. We provide all the infrastructure to develop the pipelines and the risers so you can take the gas or the oil back to the host platform. But we also do that in shallow water where it's completely different. So anything underwater, we deliver the product from the well back to the host, whether it's onshore or offshore.
So are you willing to expand your businesses in Egypt?
We see Egypt, we're working here in Egypt now for the last 10 years. And even before that under a different name. But yes, we see Egypt as one of the bright spots of the world, and we want to develop our relationships with Egyptian companies, help train Egyptian people, because we believe in that to live in a country, operate in a country, we have to work with the local people and train the local people so that they can deliver for their country.
So as an investor, what do you need from Egypt to make this connection smooth and to expand it easily?
I think it's just understanding how we can introduce ourselves maybe to universities, to schools even, to get that interest at a young age to come in and want to work with a company like Subsea 7, knowing that we want to grow the business here in Egypt.
So for this exhibition, do you think it's a great opportunity for investors and companies to do connections and networking?
I think for the international companies coming in, it is great because, you know, probably 90% of the people we're meeting this week are all Egyptian people and small companies wanting to work with a company like Subsea 7. So it's a great networking opportunity for us to learn about companies in Egypt and for Egyptian companies to learn about Subsea 7.
So for the number of attendees as well, is it good for the exhibition?
So could you repeat that one?
Number of attendees, companies and number of attendees as well.
Yes.
For normal people, is it good for the exhibition?
I think it's very good for the exhibition. I think it opens the doors and opens the avenues of what the industry is about.
And the minister is here today, take a tour and see the companies that is marketing itself.
I think that is very important, and also it shows that commitment from, if you like, from the minister to the companies and the companies to the minister. So it's a good opportunity.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure meeting. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed.
مشاهدينا وبكده نكون وصلنا لنهاية حلقتنا النهارده. كنا معاكم من تغطية فعاليات معرض ايجيبس 2017 اللي بيقام في قاعة المؤتمرات بمدينة نصر. يا رب تكونوا استمتعتوا بلقاءاتنا مع الشركات المختلفة. كان معاكم دنيا الأدور من برنامج كاميرا العقارية.